What are the proper paths to enlightenment?
Ain't no such thing as enlightenment. What is enlightenment? I don't know what no enlightenment is. I don't know about even a path, a proper path. What is a proper path? Life? Okay, that's a cool question. What is a proper path to enlightenment? Proper path, enlightenment. Okay, proper. What is that? Path. What is that? Enlightenment. What is that? You know, are these three separate things, or are they all one thing? Something somebody else told us about and we believed in, and so on and so forth. So as for this enlightenment thing, I say, yeah, that's a word that's used, and I heard the word, and that word took me on a journey to find out really what that meant. When I first heard the word enlightenment, the idea of enlightenment, it moved something in me. And so I looked around for it, or to find somebody who could tell me about it, and what I came to find out is there's no such thing as enlightenment, or even no such state, or no such action or anything of that matter. You know, so enlightenment, proper path to enlightenment. Okay, path. Which path? You know, proper path. Can you even put those words together? Because you know, once you start adding proper and all that, you start to put regulations on things. You know, a regulated path to enlightenment. And if enlightenment is supposed to be equated with freedom, or that's attainable at the end of some type of activity, okay, the proper path to enlightenment. Now we have a course of study. You saying, what is the course of study that's going to lead us to what we already are? Free. There is none. There is no such thing as a proper path to freedom. Yes, you are freedom. You begin with freedom. Freedom is what you will always be. Being is not even you. You are even more than that, or either less. Whatever we are it forever, and that's a good deal.
Is reality based upon an illusion, or is the illusion reality?
All things that are definable, that can be said something about, are not real. If I can say something about it, whatever I'm saying about it isn't actually what it is. And myself is the first place I found that out about. Whatever I'm saying about myself or others is just what it is. It's something that's being said, but ultimately those things just fade into the source. Come from the source, originate with the source, return to the source, never leave the source.
What can I do to become healthy?
Healthy. Okay, this, however they do it, right? Healthy. Let's deal with that word, health, all day long. Because, okay, I can't, no one can, and no one has ever been able to define what health is. It's a business for us to be unhealthy. We know this. You know, it's not a secret that people out there bank of us not being healthy and are in no way concerned with us being healthy, because that makes them irrelevant and void. So they don't promote health. But I say they can't promote health, and no one can, because no one can say what health is or isn't. You know, and if we feel like health is ever going to be the absence of this body passing away, you know, I feel sorry. I think that you may take another look, and then you may really can find out what health may or may not be if we don't deny the passing away of the body, the dissolution of the elements that hold the body together. It's very natural. And I think health is that natural perspective that allows the body a free-flowing, you know, allows us to get to know the body's language. So and my feelings, health, it may not be this, but it probably will begin with a listening quality that we have to embrace. You know what I mean? The ability to listen to our bodies very closely, a sensitivity and a delicate approach we have to this body. And once we approach it very lightly and delicately, seriously, with all reverence, it will tell us exactly what health is. It will give us the signals. It will give us health. It will give us the very good feeling of well-being and a success in this lifetime without very much effort. You know, now, what is that exactly for each individual? Who can say, you know, what health is? Now, when we start believing things that aren't so, and exaggerating these points, when we start trying to exaggerate the span of this life, or maybe our understanding about it, by believing or accepting a lot of assumptions that are given about the body as law and fact, then we start exaggerating the importance of our of its maintenance, of its needs, and we start giving it sometimes more than what it needs, or start exposing it to or less, because and I think it starts from us not listening to it, allowing us to be told about it from the outside, and then moving on this versus us listening to it. So I don't know what health is, but I think we would come closer to health if we gave the body a better chance before we assumed that something was wrong with it based on the some outside dictation. So about us becoming healthy, I think first health starts with a healthy perspective, a real perspective about what the body is and its capabilities. And one of the first things we come to know about the body before anything else is that we learn on an independent level is this finiteness. You know what I mean? This is one of our biggest revelations about life. We find out about death, that this body can die, that it cannot be here, and then we start having more and more experiences with death of people at different ages, and so death starts becoming closer to home, and we start contemplating it more, and so for some reason we become afraid of losing the body, and we start. That's the beginning of unhealthiness, when we become afraid of losing the body. And so, how do we return healthy? We have to return to fearlessness. We have to see the body as our great friend, and we also have to see its passing as also a natural part of the body's existence, and also embrace the body's passing. And then with this healthy, natural outlook on the body and such, then maybe we can gain a closeness to it, that we are satisfied immediately by its workings, its comings, its goings, its whims, and just be at peace with the reality that it is. So health, peace, the same.